Hey guys, it's Nova, and welcome back to Cupid. Last episode, we got ending number 3, so we got 2 of the 4 endings of this game. And, yeah, I actually thought, you know what, looking at it now, it might be still too early to say because we still got another 2 endings to go. I gotta say, with the way ending number 2, you know, played out, which was the first ending that I got, that might be the, excuse me, that might be the best ending that we might get, considering how things flowed. Whereas the last ending we got, ending number 3, that was a pretty messed up ending. Like, the stuff that it kind of hinted at and whatnot. And then some of the revelations that we got in that ending, like, I gotta say, despite some of the things that she did in the last episode, or the last 2 episodes, I really do feel bad for Rosa. Like, I still feel like the biggest victim in this series is Rosa, and Catherine is a close second. Only because, from what we saw in the last 2 episodes with Rosa, how her mind was so far gone because of Mother. And then when she realized that Mother didn't care for her, like, that was the final thread to her sanity snapping, and she just kind of, like, totally... And I think I said this before, like with victims of abuse, like they get so dependent on the people who abuse them. Like, that is such a sad thing to see because, you know, that person might deserve so much better. That person might be living a better life if it's not for this person that's been basically holding them back. And yeah. In any event, let me get started, and let's see where we're going to go this time. So let's go ahead and skip. Alright, so which way do I want to go with, like, some of these decisions, I'm not sure entirely if they do matter. Like, I know there are a few, based on the end card, what you have to definitely choose to kind of get you on certain paths, but these decisions, I'm not sure. Knowing what I know about Mother now, I don't even think I should even bother with number 2. I mean, I might. I'll try it again and see later. Oh, you know what? I forgot to even look at the achievements that I got for this game. See how many more are left. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and skip. Oh, I didn't choose that before? Okay. You truly are an idiot. Haven't you learned your lesson? You were injured because of your own doing. And you dare tempt fate again? I'm sorry, Mother. I had just thought it better to eat and sleep first before I left. Please don't be angry. Oh, wow. Achievement unlock. Angry start. Then stop your disobedience. I only want you to be safe, dearest. You know what? Just go with it. If you don't want me to be angry, then don't give me a reason to be. Haven't I told you time and again that this world is full of beasts? If only you weren't like this. You saw the way that priest looked at you, didn't you? Is this... Nope, I still can't skip. Okay. And still you insist on staying. Where is your head? I understand. I shall leave at once. And now I can skip. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. This is all your fault. Why must you be like this? You are a blight to my heart. I'm sorry. It is all my fault. The girl sat in silence. Okay, now I can skip. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be like negative again, but this time I'm gonna pick justice when we get to that option, and then we'll see how that goes. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. Okay, so you know what? Before I kept saying like I don't care for him. I'm gonna see what happens though if I also say, like, before I kept avoiding the comments. Actually, I don't think that's entirely true. I think maybe a couple times in the last 2 episodes, I did pick choices where the mother kind of alluded that everybody is a bad person and blah blah blah. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and click this. He's the same as everyone. Greedy. Insatiable. Wait, did I actually pick this before? Oh no, I didn't. Maybe not for you, but for something else. But he is a kind man, Mother. Don't let his kindness fool you. Sweetest tongue hides sharpest tooth, child. She bit her lips. Or lip. Why do you even bother with him? Achievement unlocked. Cynical mother. Okay, let's go ahead and skip. Aha, okay. There are no more good people in the world, child. It is hard to say. So you know what? I am going to pick this. I can only avoid picking choices like this for so long. Let's see what happens. Click. Here we go. There are no more good people in the world, child. The world has run out of them. All that is left are manipulative souls who appear kind on the outside because they need other people to survive. Ultimately, they only care for themselves. Okay, I'm actually not going to hit the skip button because I think a decision is right behind this one. Yep, I was right. So I'm pretty sure I've clicked on... Oh, right. I remember now. I had gotten this decision before when I skipped the first time, and I was trying to figure out what was the context of this question. So when she says, of course I do and of course not, basically Rosa just asked her, does she think she's a good person? So, okay, now I understand why she reacted the way she did when... Okay, so we're going to click of course not. Yep, okay, now this makes sense. Okay, so now we can hit skip. Didn't I tell you to leave? Didn't I tell you people are cruel? I'm going to click this again. And skip. Oh, I miss you, Catherine. I'm going to say that every time I see her because these were such nice times. She was nothing but selfish. She led you astray. Does one matter over the other? She led you astray. You know what? I'm going to click she led you astray. Catherine was a curse. Okay, so I have actually, you know what? Hold on one second, guys. Normally I don't do this, but let me just see. Oh, okay, so now we go back. Alright, so I have picked both choices. So I think the first time I actually got this option, I clicked on she led you astray. And then back in episode 14, maybe? I think I clicked on this one. So let's just go with that one. Okay. I am glad she's dead. I am glad you're back to me. Again, let's just try and be as nasty as possible. But this time around, we're going to pick the choice about getting justice. Remember the look in Catherine's eyes in her last days. Let's go with that one. Ah, here we go. Okay. So now, this time around, I'm going to click justice. Start with his guilt, child. Then deliver punishment fitting for one so vile. He cannot get away with this. Achievement unlocked. Justice fighter. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure this is going to probably help me unlock maybe one of the other 2 endings that I haven't gotten yet. So let's go ahead and skip. Okay, I'm going to click I knew it. Or, I don't know, because I clicked justice, but, no, let's just click I knew it. There's always a chance to go back and choose the other choice later. Let's go ahead and skip. Leave now while he's not looking. Just go in and ignore him. Yeah, let's just go in and ignore him. Skip. Okay, let me go back a little bit just to see. Okay, so I remember getting this little blurb before when I had, forget what it was I had chosen, but I remember seeing Mother's voice resounded in her head. And then this section about, in the end, they're all the same. He's like everyone else. There are no more good people left in this world, child. Okay, so now let's skip. Okay, so now she's at the graveyard. Console her, scold her. I'm going to scold her. And we're going to skip. How dare you talk back to me? I am sorry, dear. Skip. Now, a part of me is curious because every time I've gotten to this decision, I've always opted to open the locket. I'm wondering if this time around I should actually just leave it alone. You know what? I'm going to leave it alone this time just to see if that actually does anything. I loathe that thing. I don't wish to accept any gift from that man. I wish you hadn't taken it. In any case, just leave it alone. Yes, Mother. Rosa slipped the necklace into her coat's pocket. Achievement unlocked. Nonchalant. Okay, so we just basically bypassed all that when she tried to, like, open it up. So that's going to be interesting because there was a couple of parts later on in the story where she referred to the locket. So I'm wondering if she's going to ignore it when those instances come up, or if she's going to be, okay, let's skip. His due punishment will be swift, my daughter. My dear daughter. Do it for Mother. Okay, so now we're at chapter 4. And let's go ahead and skip. And let's click on this one. Skip. I really need to start paying attention to some of these choices that I've done in the past. It's obvious he will never look at you. It's obvious he will abandon you. I think I've actually chosen both now at this point. Let me see. Ooh, okay, I didn't pick that one, so I'm glad okay. Do you like being so miserable? It saddens me to see you like this. No, it doesn't. Stop lying. He has eyes only for Catherine. Must you always impose your presence like a little dog? Okay, so now let's skip ahead. Friendships do not last. Family is more important. I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to go ahead and click it. I'm the only one who will care for you. Oh, wait, I read that already. Okay, skip. And you know what? While this is skipping ahead, I'm just thinking too, that scene, like, when, Catherine was at the theater and she was talking, or there was like a little monologue, and it was like people saying, "Let's stare at Catherine," you know, the one who got Galeem's attention, got Galeem's heart. Wow, this is a hell of a lot of text. I can't believe I've read all this already before. Okay, what was I saying? Again, the very first ending that I got, Galeem had basically said that Catherine was selfish, like she basically only wanted Galeem because, you know, it was almost like he was a prize to her. Like, she was basically using him to kind of like show off to others, like, you know, because Catherine basically came from, I don't want to say a broken family, but she had a mother who was mentally unsound, and then her older sister, you know, she got a reputation for sleeping around with Galeem. So basically, I guess other people started associating Catherine, you know, poorly, or they started looking at her poorly because of her family. And so Galeem was trying to say that basically Catherine only wanted him because it kind of made her more, I don't want to say desirable, but, you know, they might have looked at her in a more favorable light, because it would have been like, well, look at that, you know, the Grand Marquis, and, you know, of all the people that he could have went after, you know, to romance, he went after Catherine, you know. And I just realized that during that sequence there, like at the theater, there were people kind of saying that, like they were saying, let's stare at Catherine. This is the one that Galeem has been chasing after for years, and such and such and such. So, I know originally I had said that I think he was I thought that he was lying when he had said that, like Catherine wouldn't have done something like that. But you know what? She could have, actually. Like, that might have been like her inner monologue, so to speak. Like, all these people have come to stare at her, and then she was like, well, let them stare at me, you know, this is my moment to shine. I still don't feel like she really, like, that was all that it was. Like, I do feel like she really did fall in love with him. But she might have did have that little moment of weakness, and you know what, that's human, because if people have wronged you for so long, or looked at you a certain way for so long, it's going to be human nature to kind of want to have a moment where you're like in the spotlight and everybody's looking at you, or wishing to be you, or wishing to have what you have. You know, like, that's human nature. So I still say fuck Galeem for trying to make it out into more than what it was. She is selfish just like everyone else. She's probably repulsed by you. I guess I'll pick this one again. And the skip. Punish him. Oh, okay, there's a skip button. Okay, skip. Punishment. Okay, so I see, that was that scene. Okay. Okay, so the last few times I clicked on you fancy him. Let's see what happens if I click you hate him. Look deep into your heart and you will find it, child. As if there is deep love, there is burning hate. A hate so strong it compels to end a life. Yes, darling, let it burn in you. This is fire that consumes the same way. Channel it. Use it. No, please. Rosa's head began to throb, and a vile sickness spread through her stomach. He took everything away from you, darling. He took Catherine. He will not stop. He needs to be punished. With that final proclamation, Rosa was struck. Okay, is this skippable? So now Catherine is saying, I want to see justice served. You'll do that for me, won't you, Rosa? Okay, so I got a feeling I'm not even going to bother skipping, because she might be telling you to do the right thing. Oh wait, you know what? I am going to skip. Execute. Okay, that's different. Because before, she had said something about, like, sticking a knife or something down his throat or whatever. So, that was different. His sentence. Okay. So now we got this scene again. Okay, so... Justice. Okay, so interesting. Last time I took Dagger and things took a totally different route. Like, I was right about the whole... Well, I don't know. It could have been the fact that I answered some of the questions differently with Mother, but the fact that I had the Dagger, I still feel like that helped change the ending. And then, too, I think that appears on the end card where it talks about taking a dagger over the key or taking the key over the dagger. So, since I'm supposed to be exacting justice, I probably should get the dagger. So let's do that and skip. Ooh, new diary entry. I was right. Okay. The 19th of December. Today I have learned the meaning of humility. It is the act of genuflecting. It is kneeling on the hard marble floor until your knees bleed. It is prostrating yourself upon the Lord, opening your mouth and accepting whatever is put in. They say it's called communion. In a sense, you can call it that. I have learned a new word I hate. At least he was behind me, so I didn't have to endure his stupid face during the whole ordeal. Last time, I couldn't help but laugh at the faces he made, and I received a whipping afterwards. Glory be. Filthy Colors was the achievement I just unlocked. Okay, so let's skip. Okay, we got a new diary entry. The 23rd of April, 1471. You know, I'm just thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do this, but it would be interesting to see, like, all of Galeem's diary entries in chronological order, because you don't get to see all of them. Like, certain episodes, he only has certain ones unlocked, and then, as I've been progressing, like, new diary entries have been unlocking. But, of course, because I'm hitting the skip button, you're not seeing that, so I don't know. Nah. In any event, the 23rd of April, 1471. Thomas got me a job under the court of the Royal Prince Albert. I tried to object, but he told me to do it. I admire him greatly. His mind is deep, his demeanor like that of a king. I will help him in any way I can. I will support him. I just wish he'd listen to me sometimes. I know what he's planning, but he doesn't like it when I talk back. His temper is the only thing that distresses me. But I can't imagine living with anyone else. I love him. His love is strong, like ale mixed with blood and bruises. Interesting. This is actually, I think, I might have to go back and look at previous episodes. I think, like, in previous episodes, he's basically said, I like this person. But I think with the exception of this one person named Alex, again, I'm going to have to look and check on that. I think this might be the actual first instance Galeem has actually admitted to loving someone in his diary entries. Very interesting. Achievement unlocked. Domestic abuse. Wow. Okay. Well, shit, Galeem. Okay, so let me just skip. Okay, so, I don't know the date on this. I am staying under the bridge tonight, at least until the mutiny ends. They will never find her body. It is the best I can do. She should be thankful I didn't leave her to the dogs after what she had done to me. I was nothing to her but a poor sap to be manipulated. And yet, that fire in her eyes burned ever so lovely. Such sentiment. Okay, so you know what? Let me go back a little bit. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I don't know who he's referencing here. Interesting. Now, I could have sworn I had read a diary entry similar to this this one about the March family, but I guess not. I have been staying in the old March farm. They are good people. They invited me to eat with them, and it was in the warmth of their fire that I knew that I must leave. Yeah, I did read this before, but I guess something is different in general. For the briefest of moments, I was able to experience what it is like to be of a family. Not an outsider, but accepted. Okay, so now I can skip. 16th of September, 1508. I've been invited to the shy Lady Isabella. I've invited the shy Lady Isabella to walk with me tonight. She seems to wilt at my touch, almost flinches when I come near her. It is funny because I know she secretly wants me to grab her neck, rip off her clothes, and take her on the table in front of everyone. What will her husband say? Every time I look at her, I see her depraved cravings painted in her eyes. It makes me giggle out of the blue. She even wonders what it would be like if I used a cross. What the fuck? What kind of fetish is that? If I use a cross in her ass, maybe she'll find out. Holy shit. That's a bit much, even for me. Shit. Sacrilege and sex. Yeah, I agree. That is a very appropriately named achievement. Let's see, the 30th of March, 1515. I am fleeing the country to escape from jail. I guess some of my dirty books didn't sit well with the church and the authorities. It gives me great pleasure to watch them flail and brandish me as a harlot, all the while wondering what my thigh would taste like. I finally found out what they are. They are my playthings. I can poke them and do things to them, and they will still love me. I could be the most fiendish little devil or a saint. I guess I should play around with a new name. Dance the same old song. Achievement unlocked. Marquis de Sade. The 4th of October, 1521. I was careless before. I bit off more than I can chew. Perhaps I was too infatuated with the romp of royalty and the trappings of power. I should remember that my primary goal is to survive. Oh, but really, where's the fun in that? I can be darling sometimes. I just have to be smarter. I have the advantage of time on my hands. I have come to understand my real purpose in life, and that is to enjoy it. Otherwise, what else? Okay, so this we read already. See, last time when I got this choice, like the second time I came upon this choice, I clicked on read more because I figured, you know what? I was more assertive and mean towards Rosa. So I was like, maybe this time by clicking on read more, we'll find more diary entries, but it kind of just basically went along the lines that, you know what? She didn't really find anything more interesting, and then she closed the book. So I think this time I'm just going to click that's enough. I'm going to be mad though if there was more that I could have learned if I clicked on read more again. You have learned enough. You know what he is and how to kill him. There is no need to read further. Rosa's hands were shaking. Okay, so now I can skip. Okay, so this time around, because I have chosen to quote unquote fight for justice, I'm going to click do it for the greater good. And can I skip? Yes, I can. So let's skip. And then I'm going to click to stop him from hurting more people. I did that one before. So let's do that. Okay, so then Rosa said, I think basically, is this the right thing to do? I'm going to click yes. And we're going to skip. The monster question. You know what? I'm going to say no, you're not. And we're going to skip. Okay, so now we're at this point. Now, last time I chose You've Done It Before. So I'm going to actually click Don't Worry, I Will Guide You. Don't you fret, my child. Wait, is this skippable? No, it's not. Don't you fret, my child. I will be there to guide you. It is simple, my darling. Focus on the goal ahead. And I think... yeah, I could skip now. Alright, so last time I scolded Rosa. Let's see what happens if I try to convince her instead. My dear child, don't you see that this is the right thing to do? Is it? Yes, my darling. You have read his journal, have you not? He is tired. We are doing him a favor. But oh wait, is this skippable? Yes, it is. Ah, okay. And I probably should have just clicked because... alright. Believe in Mother, obey. So I'm going to click on Believe in Mother. Mother knows what is best for you, my darling. Do you believe that? Yes, Mother. I have protected you and loved you all these years, haven't I? Yes, Mother. All my sacrifices were for you, you degenerate. Nice pep talk, Mom. Tears... wait, can I skip now? I can, okay. Alright, so this time I'm going to say don't cry. Shh. My darling, I know it's hard, but you love Mother, don't you? Yes. Will you keep Mother happy, darling? Yes. Then do as I say, my child. So now we're back on this path. Okay. Alright, so we have basically launched straight into chapter, I guess, 7 again. Because this is the one where all this kind of stuff went down. And this time around... wait, what was she said prior to that? Okay, now this is my turn to feed on you. Like Mother has said, this is a fitting end for your crimes. And, wait, I can skip? I can, okay. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Rosa giggled. Okay, what do you want? And then Rosa giggled. Punishment. And I see the skip button again, so let's hit that. So now here we are. He's strangling her. I mean, she's strangling him. It's for the greater good. And then I can skip again. Oh shit, I should have... I think I said yes last time. Shit, I should have actually just... okay, never mind. Don't let his silver tongue fool you, child. You have a purpose. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to skip past this part because I need to read what she's actually asking her. Why? Okay, so before I kept saying to get well, no, I only got to this decision once before. In the previous episode at that. To get revenge. But this time we're trying to get justice, so I should say to stop him. He's a monster, you stupid child. He has to be stopped from feeding again. Haven't we already discussed this? I am not stupid. Stop calling me stupid. Rosa's grip on Gleam's neck slackened. Gleam coughed at the sudden influx of air. Rosa stared at her hands in confusion. Tears started to run down her face. Why do you want me to kill somebody, Mother? Should I really do it? Why should I be the one to kill him? Rosa yanked hair from her head. Why should I do this? If he killed Catherine, should I kill him too? And then if I kill him, I would have his blood on my hands. I live a long life, Mother. Can it really wash away? Is killing him the only way? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Yes. I thought that maybe I accidentally clicked on a choice somehow. Then why should I be the one to do it? Okay, here it is. Because you must, because you're the only one who can. Okay, so I think based on the context here, I'm going to click on you're the only one who can. I already explained in a previous episode why I think that. Child, you've seen his face. You have an opportunity to end his existence. But why should I be the one to kill him? Can't somebody else do that? Mother, I don't want to be a murderer. Please don't make me do it. I'm scared. Okay, so last time I was like angry with her and I was like, how dare you disobey me? This time around I'm just going to be a little more chill about it. Rosa frowned. Mother, please tell me what to do. Do you even love me, Mother? So, last time I went with the silent choice and you saw how well that worked out. So let's click on this and see how different things play out. Of course I do, child. Then why do you force me to kill someone? Okay, now we got different choices here. Because he is a bad man, or I can stay silent. Again, the context. Like, if I stay silent, that could mean so many things. But I am going to click he is a bad man because we are supposedly trying to get justice, so. He is a bad man and he must be killed, my dear. Do you understand this? It is justice. That is not justice, that is validation. Well, you know what? I did comment on this before in some earlier episodes about how sometimes executing the death penalty on someone, like, I mean, it does solve the fact that you don't have to deal with such a monstrous person anymore. But then, you know, like, for me, as fucked up as it sounds, like, if I had to deal with somebody who did something really horrible to me or to someone else that I cared about, rather than have them killed, at least immediately killed, I would want them to suffer. I would want them to think long and hard about what they did. And then, you know, to mull over the fact as to why they're suffering the way that they are now. And then, if anything, kill them, you know? So, but then, like I said before, there are some people where you can't even reason with them. You can't, like, trying to punish them in a way, like, it won't have any effect. It's just very stoic. They have no emotions. They have no hearts. So, it wouldn't even make sense to try to, quote unquote, like, get revenge or justice, like, to try to make them see the error of their ways or to try to make them feel the same hurt that you feel, because some people just simply can't. And in a case like that, it's probably just best to end it all. So, I don't know. I don't know if I can 100% agree with what Rosa's saying here. And wouldn't this make me feel bad too? Yeah, I did say that one before. Like, sometimes in a person's quest to get revenge or justice, they could turn into the same monster that they are trying to extinguish. This game stays doing this. I say something, and then, like, the next sentence later, this game. Killing somebody would make me worse. Not question mark. Silence or of course not. To say of course not might be a bit of a lie, because in some cases that is true. You do become worse or as bad as the person you just killed. But then to stay silent would give credence to what Rosa just said, which I don't know. I don't really. Yeah. Of course not. Silence. Of course not. Silence. Of course not. Silence. I don't know. I feel like at least this time around, like a lot of the choices that I made, even though I was like pushing Rosa to get justice, and there were a couple instances where I was firm with her. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know if it was in this series or in another game series. I had made this statement, but I had said before that if a person does something bad and then they feel remorse or regret for what they've done, I feel like there's hope for that person, because it shows that they still have a conscience, that they actually still feel a sense of right or wrong, like whatever they did was wrong, and they're having a hard time coming to terms with it, or they feel like they need to get penance, or they need to repent for whatever they've done. It's the people who do bad things and don't flinch, that don't feel any remorse, or that keep doing whatever it is that they've done. Those are the ones that you gotta feel pity for or feel very uneasy around, because to me that kind of shows that they're too far gone. There's no hope for them, or if you're not careful, So you know what? I'm going to say of course not, because I do feel like the fact that Rosa's having this internal conflict, that does kind of indicate to me that even if she does something bad, she can still be saved, or she can still, So, of course not, child. You are not bad. Yes, I am. Killing somebody is bad. Don't patronize me. Who deserves to die? Why should I decide? I don't want to. Tell me the truth, Mother. Why do you want me to kill somebody? Okay. So last time I clicked tell the truth and Mother dropped a bombshell on us. So I don't know if by me making all these other decisions, if by clicking tell the truth will change, or if I should just stay silent. I'm going to actually click the be silent option. Tell me why, Mother. Answer me. Why won't you talk to me? I knew it from the start. You're just a bitter, scornful woman full of spite. I hate you. You have abandoned me. Okay, so now we're back at this section. Can I just skip, or... Alright, so last time I was quiet. So this time I'm going to say, kill him. You're letting him get away. Kill him now. Rosa's eyes lost their sadness. She smiled in pure bliss at the sound of Mother's command. She brought her foot down on Galeem's outstretched hand. Ugh! She picked up the dagger. It glinted at her with malice. It was so sharp. She lifted the blade. The knife sunk deep into Galeem's chest, almost halfway to its hilt. Jeez. Galeem groaned in pain, his breath cut short by the sudden spurt of blood in his throat. Oof. She brought it up again, plunged the blade deeper, and carved downwards. His mouth flooded with blood. Ugh. Happy tears fell from Rosa's eyes. You had me so worried, Mother. I'm so happy you're back. I will never question you again. Galeem sputtered out flecks of red as he laughed. Thank you. Thank you. Been waiting for this. Rosa raised the weapon higher and brought it down again. It pierced his heart this time. Galeem's hands clenched and flailed. But he was laughing at the end. Oh, bliss. The pain was beginning to fade. Every weight he carried shrunk as his heart went into shock. Rosa watched as the life left Galeem's body. It annoyed her that his face was contorted into a sneer, as if even in his death he still continued to taunt her. Finally, he stopped moving. She kicked at him with spite. Bastard. I'm glad you're dead. She wiped her hands on her dress, which were now drenched in blood. It's a shame you didn't want to die the fun way, Gilly. You could have lived a little longer. Rosa giggled. No matter. Anyone who disrespects Mother deserves to die painfully. Rosa gave a satisfied sigh. What should I do now, Mother? Do I click or do... Oh, I do. Okay. I made this mistake last time, so I'm glad I actually... Okay. Mother? Don't do this to me again. Talk to me. Oh, boy. Mother, where are you? I did what I was told. Aren't you proud of me? This is really messed up. Rosa burst into tears again. Why are you doing this to me, Mother? Don't you know I love you so much? I do all that you ask. I am nothing without you, Mother. Please talk to me. Why are you so cruel to me? What did I do wrong, Mother? Whatever it is, I'll do what you want. Just please. Please don't torture me like this. I'm afraid of being alone. You evil bitch. Now that you got what you wanted from me, you leave me? I hate you. Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? Rosa fell to the floor and sobbed. Come back. I don't want to be alone, Mother. Please come back. Rosa ran to Galene's body in desperation. She dropped the knife. Gilly? Gilly? I'm sorry. Please don't be dead. I almost said Galene. That would have been scary. Rosa touched Galene's face and slapped his cheek. Please. You're the only one left. Gilly. Rosa shook his shoulders, calling his name. She attempted to patch up the wound on his chest, pulling the blood back into his body. His body was still warm, but there was no breath left in him. There was no beat in his heart. Rosa had a sudden idea. If I give you my love, will it revive you? If I can take love, can I give it back? Galene, I still do love you. I do. She kissed Galeem's lips, forcing whatever power she had into him. But he didn't move, no matter what she tried. Aren't we supposed to live long lives, Galeem? We're supposed to be the same. Why are you so fragile? Rosa hit his chest in distress. You can't be dead. I've never been alone. Please don't leave me alone. Rosa began to giggle. Mother is playing with me. Mother, is this a game? Are you playing hide and seek? She tore at her hair and laughed. Is Gilly also playing? Catherine, come join. Oh boy, yeah, she's gone. She's gone, guys. Is this a... No, okay, she's being silent. Rosa sobbed. Mother. Please. I don't want to be alone. Please. Please. Achievement unlocked. Emptiness. Ending number 4, mutation. Alrighty. Well, not alrighty, but we got 3 endings out of 4. So ending number 3, ending number 4, both very dark. Which of the two do I think is worse? I mean, number 3 is pretty bad considering what it implies. You're talking incest, very unhealthy relationship that formed between the two, Rosa and Galeem. This one I think is very depressing though because of the fact that Rosa did this horrible thing, for Mother, and then in the end Mother basically leaves her behind. And Rosa in her fractured state of mind, what becomes of her when she's in that state of mind, Very sad, very sad. But I have a feeling, let's see, ending number 2 was probably, I guess you could consider a good ending, even though, we had a death. And, endings 3 and 4 were, pretty bad, pretty bad. Okay, so your main purpose is justice. You left Galeem's locket closed. You told Rosa that family is the most important thing. You made Rosa steal Galeem's dagger, which she ended up using many times. 77%, alright. So, I'm wondering if, I have a feeling that I'm not going to get 100%, only because I think that getting the achievements factors into the completion thing. Let me just see something real quick. Bonus. Gallery. Let's just see how many of these pictures we've unlocked now. Wow, there's still these 2 pictures here that I haven't unlocked. Still the 1 picture there. Picture here. 4 pictures here. And nothing. So, wow. There's still a number of pictures that I haven't unlocked. In the story. Music box. I've actually unlocked every single song though, so that's interesting. Anything else? Guys, what is this? Extra N, Gilly Secret. I can't even talk. Guys, what is... Oh, man. Holy cow. There are 2 things that are locked here under the bonus tab. And then, Extra N. I could theoretically click on that, which I guess is basically all of Galeem's diary entries collected into one place. Alright, so I was actually thinking that the next episode was going to be the final episode, because I was more than likely going to get the final ending. But now that I know that there's other stuff that has to be unlocked, I might actually try to get that stuff. Okay. So let's see. In the next episode, guys, I'm going to get the final ending. And then, I don't know, maybe there'll be another episode behind that, because I'm going to see if maybe I can unlock this other stuff that's hidden. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care.